While the thought is fresh, I just want to say, who has this unique opportunity? This is an intro video. Haven't learned how to splice them together yet, but see if I can do this. Do you hear how quiet it is? Intro video just to share some ideas that will help somebody who's hunting. Now, I haven't found anything yet. I very well could. In one step, I could find an absolute smoker. Trust me. So don't bail out of this. I just want to share a couple things that, as any hunter of artifacts can tell you, you can never stop learning and improving the way you move forward, or the way you dig dirt, the way you discover artifacts. See that piece down there? That is a piece of flint. It's all over. Because I'm at Notchville. Tobacco's 50% through its crop. It's already coming up about 4 stalks off the bottom. I'm back to 50% visibility. And I'm out here because we've had a serious handful. And you can look, it's all washed out. I hope you can see it. I'm just doing a little join the hunt. I had a couple shout outs saying, you know, I really love the join the hunts. Really wish you'd do them again. So I'm gonna just try to do an intro that way, all right? And we'll see. I might not even post it if I don't find anything smoking today. But that's what I wanted to discuss. I wanted to discuss what I call probability and statistics. They're not new words. It's nothing I made up. You guys have all heard it, especially if you're a mathematician. When it comes to ancient Indian artifacts, and it's quiet out here. We've got sweet potatoes over there. Found a bunch of artifacts at Notchville. Those are my last videos. And I haven't checked this in a while. This is Notchville 2 or 3. I have 3 sections here, but it's Notchville nevertheless. Probability and statistics. As you join the hunt with me, and I want to keep my eyes peeled. Very well could find a live find. I've seen quartz everywhere. I'm seeing rhyolite because I know that I'm walking right on top. They planted all this tobacco right on top of an ancient Indian site. Of course, that you know I call Notchville. Now, well, I go out because of probability and statistics. Now, granted, all this tobacco, you're saying, man, don't get green tobacco sickness. I have. It'll about put you down. I've been vomiting and what have you, but I'm covered. I've got my special tobacco. Can you see it? And I'm covered. So I've got tobacco covering on my upper body and arms, which is actually cooler. It's a white texture, tight. It's actually, I feel like I'm cooler than usual because my skin is brown. Anyway, I walk probability and statistics. I don't want this to be very long. These are important points for collecting. Here it is. Statistically, I'm out here, number one, because of trial and error. I've been out here in these conditions and found some of the most smoking, most incredible, and I'm bringing one to mind up on another section that I will definitely check today. In these exact conditions, I found close to one of the best artifacts I've ever found. And now I could put a group of dozen, or I could put a group of 24 in that group, but it's definitely one. It's incredible. So every step that I take here, out here, and you can see here, enjoying the hunt, that it's low. I'm getting 60%, 50% visibility, sometimes more. You can see. So, in terms of statistics, I needed to have a proven track record of what I've found and what I haven't. Over in Site 5E, I found a ton of my very first artifacts ever in these conditions. And even then, when I collected, I didn't even know you could have other conditions. I mean, it was brand new stuff. So I went into tobacco nevertheless. Look at this view and listen. Tobacco capital of the nation. So I got a lot of sites under tobacco. When it gets to a certain period, I know statistically I can go out, go over mounds and rows that have been hammered with rainstorm after rainstorm, and statistically stand a chance of doing really well. I need that. There's a lot of variables in terms of probability. I think that you fellas out there that are just new collecting, or people who've been collecting for a while, you know. But when it comes to probability, I need to know everything about the site. I need to know how crops mature and how they come to fruition and how they're harvested. I need to know how often the site has been traveled, cultivated by machines and crop workers, what effect that's going to have, and I need to know, of course, what types of rains have been on site, and to throw all that into the mix, and then I formulate what I call a probability of success. That's why when I go to all my different sites, you see I find quite a few artifacts, but that's because I am really working hard on probability and statistics for every site that I go to. And some of you know the language I'm talking right now. It's big. It makes a huge difference. Today, I do know that in terms of probability, all the circumstances put together stand a high probability of finding some artifacts, and I could be an absolute smoker, but I stand a very high probability here just after the lunchtime hour. Of course, I missed lunchtime with the program. I'm giving it up. Probability is good. Statistically, I have been successful in these conditions, so probability and statistically, I am at a good point to find. That's why I'll take on conditions like this. Simple as that. It's a great lesson for somebody who's just getting out there, who wants to take on different conditions. My one caution as well, of course, with the tobacco, and it's documented, Department of Agriculture, if you just Google GTS, it'll come up, green tobacco sickness. You can get it from this. You can get nicotine poisoning. But I'm covered. Every bit of those leaves you hear brushing me are brushing clothes, which makes me really happy. I used to have it, a bare skin, and it made me sick, buddy, sick as a dog. And then when I finally got to the point where I was so sick, I was spinning and vomiting, and I couldn't stand up for 2 hours, that was enough. I'm telling you, that was enough. So it wasn't worth it then. But now I've learned how to protect myself. Important. So I'm going to move forward. Intro video is pretty much done. And appreciate everybody tuning in. Just a really unique view, I think, and some great advice. Look how washed out all this is. I'm telling you, anywhere you turn out here, stand a chance. Hope you find out there.